Hey, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Matt back. I just got done with my morning shift. I decided to go home after just those 2 orders, and I'm going to show you my active time versus my dash time and what's the difference is. Before we get into the video, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also hit the bell notification so whenever I upload, you'll know. So let's get into it. What's the difference between active time versus dash time? Well, as you can see right here, I had my things up, my earnings. All right, and you know, here's $14 this week. That's how much I made. You know, this morning it's $14. I made an $8 on my first one, which I never showed, and then my $6 one. All right, and then this is just my earnings all through the times that I've done it. I started back in August, but as we go here, I'll just press this real fast, and then it'll show $4, or is that, yes, $6 and $8. Dash Pay customer tip, and that's $14 just in, you know, those two through that time. Active time just for this morning, so like I said, I only did them 2, $8 and $6. All right, as you can see, there's that active time and dash time. 2 deliveries for that active time was 48 minutes. Dash time was 1 hour and 37 minutes. And if we click here, it'll show the breakdown of how much time, you know, it took me. Start time was 6:33, end time 7:37. Active time during this time was 13 minutes, and then dash time is 44 minutes, 1 delivery. So in order, you know, to break it down, you know, excuse me. So if you look at it, like I said, all right, for just those 2 orders, I was running around and I wasn't running, I was actually sitting around in a parking lot most of the time, besides the time that I was actually, you know, doing my delivery. So the difference between active and dash time is the time that you were actually, you know, you were on the app, you just press dash now, you accepted all the little things, you know, you said that you had your gas, your phone charge, your red card, and your little bag, and then you press dash now, and then you're good, and then that's your dash time. The time that you start dashing to the time you end dashing. Your active time is from the times that you start your delivery from one order to the next. So out of both of those orders, I had 48 minutes out of the whole thing. So I only had 40. So if you take 1 hour and 37 minutes and then you minus that 40, you know, minus 48 minutes, that's how much, you know, I almost had an hour of time that, you know, I was actually running around, you know, dropping those 2 orders off. And I mean, one of the, you know, the $8 order, it was running on the base. You know, I was actually dashing on the base. So, you know, that was a little weird, you know, because I had to turn around because I went through the wrong gate, because that's where the GPS told me. And that's one thing I will tell you is use the GPS that isn't, like, I don't know, like, I've always had problems with the GPS. Whenever, just say you're on the dashing app, you press navigate in the Dasher app, usually it gives you some funky directions. Usually if you take the address and whatnot, you put it in your, you know, input it yourself into the GPS, is more accurate. But I'll get into more of that in another video. But yeah, long story short, you take the Dasher, you know, active time and your dash time, and the time that, you know, you were actually active running your orders is your actual time that you've been running. But, you know, that's just the difference. You know, that hour and 37 minutes, I was mostly just sitting around in my car. Because that's one thing you don't want to do, is you don't want to just go driving around. You don't want to do that. I'll put that in another video on why. But active time is when you're actually running your orders. Dash time is when you start your app and you're just running around, or you're just sitting around. You know, that's your app. That's how long I was on the app for. How long, you know, from I started to the time I ended my dash. And yes, I had 2 dashes. Don't get me wrong, I had 2 of them. So I ended up being, you know, I mean, they weren't that far apart from each other. Literally, I stopped it, ended it. Once I ended it, then I started another one again not too long after that. But yeah, that's just the video for you for the difference between active and dash time. Hopefully that actually clears that up for you. And I'll have another update video on the red card orders because it's kind of interesting with this one. But I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.